Robert Kiyosaki, you know him, of course, the Rich Dad Company co-founder, one of the smartest guys I know, very early on to these so-called rogue investments. There's nothing rogue about Bitcoin now and all of the attention it's getting, but it's a bumpy ride. But Robert's been riding it and seeing the potential, not only that, but in gold and other commodities. Robert, good to have you back. How does Bitcoin and some of these others differ from gold and silver and all of that, or are they all part of an alternative investment vehicle for you?
Well, Bitcoin is a completely new asset class, and it's people are just learning how to, are becoming aware of it. And the thing I hear from most people, including me, I wish I had bought it earlier. So I started buying it at 6,000. So I'm happy right now, but for people when it's at 67,000, that's a large bite to chew. But the reason I'm happy that Donald is speaking at the Bitcoin conference is because, as you know, he's a genius with money, and Biden and Kamala are idiots with money. So, I mean, nobody has done more damage to the economy than Biden and Kamala.
Well, the issue with Donald Trump is whether he is a true believer in this. He's been critical in the past. So what do you make of his position now?
Well, it's like everybody else. I had to make some changes inside my acceptance of it. And the more I studied Bitcoin, the more sense it made versus what we call fiat currency or Keynesian economics, where we just keep printing money. So Bitcoin makes sense when you compare the two to the US dollar today, and in Bitcoin, it makes sense.
So, Robert, when you talk about, I know where your political leanings are, that you're on the stage, you're free to have them, but it's not as if Donald Trump didn't run up a lot of debt during his presidency, even before COVID. You know, obviously he can't be blamed for the COVID thing, but of course we staggered out of that. And I'm just wondering, the talk of the trade tariffs and the like, as a brilliant money man in your own right, doesn't that worry you somewhat? And maybe not as much as a Kamala Harris administration, I get that, but what do you think of that?
Well, I just keep it really simple when I think about especially Bitcoin. It's that the real problem is the national debt, that they can't solve it. So that's why, rather than wring my fingers and crack my knuckles about the national debt, that's why for years, you know, Neil, you've been one of my side, letting people saying buy silver, gold, and now I say buy Bitcoin, because we need sound money. If you want to fix the world, fix our money. And that's why.
What do you think of the stock market now? I'm sorry to jump on you. What do you think of the stock market now? A lot of people, it's been a bumpy week. It's gotten them nervous. They like it when it's up. If you're long the market, they don't so much when it's down. But what do you think of the market right now, the stock market as you see it?
Yeah, it's all riding upon debt, though, Neil. That's the thing. It's how long will people keep allowing us to keep printing money? And it's getting spooky to me, at least for me, because I'm a hard money asset. So is Donald Trump. And I'll say it again: Bitcoin is a whole new asset class. So the early adopters have done very well.
Where do you see it going, real quickly, Bitcoin?
I love gold. I mean, the state of Utah just announced they're going to start stacking gold instead of bonds. And as you know, China and Japan are dumping bonds and stacking gold. So I think the days of the dollar, I hate to think about it. You know, that's why you got the BRICS nations right now.
We've got crypto now at around 67,600. Where do you see it going?
Well, it's volatile like any other asset class. It'll go up and down. But that's why whether you should buy Bitcoin or not depends a lot on age. You know, if you're young, you can ride the waves. But if you're older, gold and silver are probably better.
Okay. All right. Because long-term to me these days is lunch sometime on Monday. So we'll see how that goes, Robert. But it's always good having you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Robert Kiyosaki.